When is EastEnders' live episode for the 40th anniversary? On the 19th of February 1985, 13 million viewers tuned into the first episode of EastEnders, which saw Arthur Fowler, Ali Osman and Den Watts force their way into Reg Cox's flat to find him dead. Fast forward to now and the residents of Walford are still bringing the drama. And next month sees the show reach a milestone few TV shows can dream of, its 40th anniversary. When is EastEnders' live episode? EastEnders will be marking its 40th anniversary with a week of episodes that take place over the course of one day. The soap will air as usual on Monday 17th and Tuesday the 18th of February, with an hour-long installment scheduled for Wednesday 19th. This will be followed by a fully live episode on Thursday the 20th of February at 7:30 p.m. on BBC One and iPlayer as Walford goes live to the nation. It is the first time since the 30th anniversary the show has had a live episode, with the last one seeing Lucy Beale's killer revealed. What date is EastEnders' 40th anniversary? EastEnders' official 40th birthday falls on Wednesday the 19th of February 2025. With Denise Fox having found herself in a love triangle with Jack Branning and Ravi Gulati. Fans will decide whether she reunites with her estranged husband Jack or picks her secret lover. The vote will officially open at 8:30 p.m. on Wednesday, February 19th at bbc.co.uk/EastEnders. And will close at 7:10 p.m. on Thursday, February 20th, so the result can be incorporated into its live episode which will broadcast at 7:30 p.m. from BBC Elstree Centre that very evening. There is a lot to come over the next few weeks for all three involved. So it'll be extremely exciting to see which way the audience choose to take the story, says executive producer Chris Clenshaw. Grant Mitchell returns. Ross Kemp will be reprising his role as the legendary Grant Mitchell to play a significant part in the 40th anniversary. Son to one of Walford's most loved matriarchs Peggy Mitchell and the brother of soap stalwart Phil Mitchell, Grant was involved in many of EastEnders' most memorable storylines during the 90s, including the infamous Sharon Gate. While little is yet known about what brings him back to Walford, we know that his brother Phil is struggling. His ex-wife Sharon Watts is dating his long-lost cousin Teddy Mitchell and his childhood friend Nigel Bates is back in town and dealing with a dementia diagnosis. Whatever happens, Grant's return visit home is bound to be unmissable. Cindy Beale's attacker revealed. Cindy Beale was left for dead when she was whacked over the head with a shovel by a mystery assailant on Christmas Day after the truth about her affair with former stepson Junior Knight exploded. A new whodunit has since started to play out with the finger of suspicion currently pointing at numerous members of the Beale and Knight families. But all will be revealed during anniversary week when Cindy's attacker is unmasked at last. Special programming. Ahead of the big week, BBC 4 will broadcast EastEnders Sings at the BBC. A look back at archive performances from cast members from Top of the Pops. This will air on Friday the 14th of February. Pat Butcher and Angie Watts are making surprise EastEnders returns for the 40th anniversary, but not as you may think. Actresses Pam Street Clement and Anita Dobson are both set to feature in a new documentary fronted by Ross Kemp to mark the soap's big milestone. Original Queen Vic landlady Anita will be reunited with her on-screen daughter Letitia Dean, who plays Sharon Watts for a trip down memory lane. Pam will also share an insight into her 28 years playing Walford's resident earring connoisseur Pat. In the special one-hour documentary, titled EastEnders, 40 Years on the Square, Ross will go behind the scenes as he delves into the show's history and relieves some of the most memorable moments. Following the live episode on Thursday 20th, Joe Swash will host a 45-minute interview special, EastEnders Revealed, The Lock-In, as he chats to some of the actors who find themselves at the heart of the anniversary drama. The Queen Vic explodes. As Billy and Honey Mitchell prepare to walk down the aisle, their favourite boozer, the Queen Victoria, will burn to the ground. Aerial pictures from filming show the pub blown to smithereens, with a car crashed into the side. There's also a marquee in the middle of the square gardens. Is this from the wedding?
Các bạn vừa theo dõi một sản phẩm của EastEnders Trailer TV. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại.
2 EastEnders Legends stage returns amid major anniversary storyline. Linda left Walford before Christmas for rehab after her alcohol addiction took over. Elaine warned her that without change, she'd end up on the streets. After witnessing a glimpse of her future, Linda chose rehab. Seeing her family mourn her due to addiction motivated her to confront her illness. In the coming installments, Linda returns and is comforted by her loved ones but has much to catch up on as the Knights and Beales investigate Cindy Beale's Christmas Day attacker. Also back in Walford this coming week, at long last, is Grant Mitchell. Ross will be reprising his role as part of Phil's mental health storyline. At the start of the week, Phil is troubled when Sharon tries to convince him to see a doctor. It results in Phil verbally lashing out at his friend, forcing her to leave. On the day of Honey and Billy's joint stand do, Sharon will struggle to enjoy herself due to worrying about Phil. When she later realizes Phil has gone missing, Sharon orders a search party. Meanwhile, Phil's mental health declines, leading to hallucinations where he witnesses a key moment from his youth, bringing back Jamie Winston as a young Peggy. In reality, Jay finds Phil at number 55. Sharon pushes Phil to talk, but he says he's absolutely fine. Later that day, with Sharon and Jay gone, Nigel arrives home with a visitor who he hopes can help Phil at last. His brother, Grant.
Các bạn vừa theo dõi một sản phẩm của EastEnders Spoiler TV. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại bạn.
EastEnders reveals first look at shock violence in Cindy plot. Bloodied noses and bruised egos. Last year's Christmas special featured a whodunit storyline as Cindy was attacked and left for dead in the snow. She was found and rushed to the hospital but struggled to recall who was behind the attack. Cindy's secret affair with her ex-husband's son ruined her relationships, making her entire family suspect. In upcoming scenes, Cindy will once again suspect her ex-fiancé, Ian Beale. Next week, after Cindy is stopped from entering number 45, she visits Beale's Eels to plead with Ian. Tensions quickly rise, though, as accusations fly between the pair. In the first look images, the argument comes to blows, resulting in Cindy punching Ian in the face. The businessman is left with a bloodied nose before being helped by Priya Nandra Hart. In true Ian style, his ally soon leaves after he accidentally offends her. However, they later reconcile over a drink in the Vic. Meanwhile, things become messy when Cindy, Ravi and Junior all arrive at the pub. Ian and Priya try to make Cindy and Ravi jealous, but their plan doesn't quite have the desired effect. The surprising friends share another drink back at Ian's house, but are interrupted by Kathy. Still, this doesn't stop Priya inviting herself round for dinner. Kathy then arrives home and makes some harsh comments towards Priya, prompting her to leave, as Ian decides to go after her. Could this be the start of an interesting new duo?
Các bạn vừa theo dõi một sản phẩm của EastEnders Spoiler TV. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại bạn.
The scales fall from Sonia's eyes as EastEnders confirms the end for Reese. After smothering his comatose wife Debbie last year, Reese has evaded justice by allowing poor pregnant son to take the blame. She spent months behind bars ahead of her trial, which was halted when, at the 11th hour, her sister Bianca Jackson confessed to the crime. Finally free, she was desperate for more answers and asked Uncle Jack Branning to get his hands on Bianca's confession tape. Sonia was horrified as her disheveled sibling recounted the gruesome details of the murder, unaware she was speaking from a storage container where Reese had been holding her hostage. He was terrified when the video resurfaced, fearing his secrets would be exposed. With no options left, he gave Bianca pills and told her she would have to take her own life. In tonight's episode, he packed a holdall bag with cleaning products under the assumption that she would be dead and he'd have a nasty cleanup job to do. Sonia watched the shocking footage as Lauren Branning tried to defend Bianca. Neither woman knew the full horror unfolding at the lockup, where Reese discovered Bianca was still alive. He insisted Bianca follow through with his plan, but a text then revealed she'd been rushed to the hospital due to pregnancy complications. Luckily, the nurse confirmed that she had suffered a premature rupture of her membrane, and that she could still carry a full-term pregnancy. It was also confirmed that her unborn child is a girl. Reese had dashed over to be with her, forgetting to correctly secure the unit. Bianca faced a desperate struggle to break free from the chain that she's been attached to since November. Knowing that Sonia was safe and back at home, Reese snuck out in the middle of the night and was spotted by Lauren. As his car broke down, she confronted him and told him that she knew Bianca wasn't capable of being a cold-blooded killer. He tried to get away, attempting to restart his car to no avail. Back at home, Sonia was about to delete Bianca's confession when she spotted damning evidence in the corner of the screen. Reflected in the mirror behind Bianca was the distinctive doll's house that was sat opposite her in the baby's nursery. What will Sonia's next move be? And will Bianca escape?
Các bạn vừa theo dõi một sản phẩm của EastEnders Spoiler TV. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại các bạn.